Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of Slammin' Synapses. My name's Albert Gurrier. If you're viewing me through YouTube, you see a subscribe button up here. Click on that, keep up to date for the latest ongoings. If you want to drop me a comment, you'll see a box below. If you have a phone, there's ways of doing that there too, so take advantage of it. This segment can be submitted for possible inclusion to the PW Insider family of websites. That's pwinsider.com, pwinsiderelite.com, and pwinsiderextra.com. You could also find them on Twitter at pwinsider.com or on Facebook at pwinsider. Like I said many times before, the paid site, and I'll probably keep saying it on these segments, is the Elite site is a great paid site to go to. Lots of great audio, lots of great video. You won't be disappointed. Lots of great interviews on there as well. So by all means, go check them out. This segment has been a week in the making. If things had went well, this would have been uploaded this past Thursday, but ran into issues with editing, ran into issues with just timing, and went out of town for the weekend. So here we go now. So if you saw my Facebook, so I do want to apologize for how long this has taken for this next segment if you have been following me on a weekly basis. So without further ado, we'll go. Now, if you saw my thing on Facebook a while ago, you saw that I mentioned about talking about Twitter. Now, WWE has this fascination with trying to get on Twitter as much as possible by saying that things are trending worldwide on it. Well, let me give you an idea on how Twitter works for those of you who don't have it or aren't aware of it. Basically, you acquire followers, and it's if you have Facebook, it's like that in the sense that people post things and you read it and go on. But the thing with Twitter is that things can be posted so fast in so short of a time that things can kind of go off the screen very quickly. So that sometimes you have to go, if you do follow a lot of people, in my case, I am on Twitter for disclosure purposes. Sometimes if you go a while without viewing it, there's a lot of things that can back up. So things that should be paid attention to, you really can't, because there's so much other stuff that's on there. Plus, the thing with Twitter, when it comes to trending, let me give you 4 statements. WWE is crap, WWE sucks, WWE isn't worth it, and WWE rules, yay! Now, the thing is, I've given you 3 negative statements, 1 positive statement, but WWE was the main thing in all that, so it's like that's going to be seen as trending a little bit more because a lot of people are talking about it. The thing is, if you're saying that one thing is trending worldwide, I mean, you're essentially either pointing out the fact that your event sucks or your federation or thing is the best thing that's out there because a lot of people are talking about it. Now, there's no such thing as bad press, but when you think about the fact that you could be saying you're trending worldwide, that could also mean that a lot of people are saying that you suck. Or a lot of people are saying that you're wonderful. You just never know till you get on there. But that's the thing. If you're trying to get over the fact that just because people are talking about you, that it's a good thing, it's not always the case. Not always the case. And it's been said many times before, if you're utilizing social media, it should be something that's geared towards making you money. Just because you're trending on Twitter doesn't really mean you're making money. Doesn't really mean that it's going to put money in your pocket. It just means that there are a lot of people that have opinions of you. Like I have mine, like you have yours, like everyone has theirs. But if it's not making you money, then basically people are just talking about you. You need to do something that gets your product to make money. Not just because people are talking about you, but because people are talking about you in a sense where they want to come watch you and give their hard-earned money just to see you guys perform. So, with Twitter, if it's like I said, you could trend worldwide, but if people aren't talking favorably about you, then it's pretty much a waste of time. So let's see. Jumping over into another topic, WrestleMania has come and gone, and the match that kind of disappointed me was the Sheamus Daniel Bryan match. Now, it's been said that it was done deliberately to stun the audience, to stun the crowd, to say, hey, anything's possible. But to me, the show that was the stealer of it was Triple H versus Undertaker. But the thing is, would you, in that match quickly, would you, in CM Punk, would you put CM Punk and Chris Jericho in a match that was that short? Would you have put John Cena and The Rock very quickly? No, because that wouldn't have given them the respect that they needed. After all, this match was the culmination of storylines that had been started back at the Royal Rumble, where Sheamus won the right for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Now, if they wanted to shock the world, they could have put John Cena versus The Rock on first, had Brock Lesnar make his tremendous return, jump both of them, attack both of them, and then carry it over into Raw, where people are probably going to be talking about it or want to see what's going on. Instead, they decide to put the match on at the end, where they were kind of stuttering around, where they didn't seem to know what was going on, to where they decided to go for the finish when they hadn't even been building up to that finish in the first place. And then it just is over. I mean, the match really had no focus. The match really had no aim. So that's the match that you could have done that with at the beginning of the show. Because both people were just in positions where, I don't know, they just seemed kind of off. But with all the matches that they could have done that with, you don't do that to your World Heavyweight Champion. Especially don't do it to a World Heavyweight Championship match where you're trying to say, ooh, anything could happen, because you're disrespecting the people that's in it. Now, if anything, as a match on the card, you could have done it as a Cody Rhodes versus Big Show. That could have been over quick. Or the Divas, or anything else. But the fact that you took one of your world championships and decided to do something like that with it, it just kind of disrespects the people in it. And people that had probably went to the show to see that match, they pretty much wasted their money. You gave them the sense that they paid their money for nothing, if all it was going to be like 18 seconds. So, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. So, and Brock Lesnar is back in the WWE, and I'm kind of wondering, might go into this at a later time, but can WWE Creative do anything with him? I would love to see what this version of the creative team will do with Brock Lesnar, because they haven't really been able to do wonders with people before, because it's been like a one-man show for the most part. Because everyone else, they build up and destroy where you really can't invest your time in it. Like I said, I'm very curious to see where they're going to go with Brock Lesnar in the future. So that's going to be it today. Check out my Facebook to see what I'm going to be talking about next. You could drop me a comment, agurry@yahoo.com. You could also join me on Twitter at not PW, that's the other people. You could join me at Twitter at Slammin Synapses. You could also like my Facebook page, Slammin Synapses, as well. You could also follow me personally on Facebook at Albert Gurrier. Check out my previous segments for graphics on that, because doing it this way is not going to happen. I do apologize if you are distracted by the fact that there is no intro or outer or graphics, whatever. If that's what makes the show, I apologize that that's not happening on this one, but I hope you enjoy me nonetheless. If you like me, tell a friend. Embed me, share me, do whatever you want. I do want to thank you guys for your attention during my segments. Without you guys, there is no me. Like I said many times, it's just me talking to a webcam, and that's not sane. So, once again, thank you for viewing me. Until next time, this is Albert Gurrier for Slammin Synapses saying good night. So long from ringside. You can reach in for the stars. Goodbye, everybody.